Hi there, welcome to Summer School OT. Today what we're going to be doing is a rip and glue art activity. I'm doing two different versions of this activity, one for the students who are a little bit more advanced, who are already holding and using their utensils, working on those pre-writing strokes, working on that fingertip grasp, and that's going to be this video. I also have another video that is for the students who need a little bit more help developing their grasp in general, using two hands, using tools appropriately. So go ahead and judge which video is best for your child and then follow along with that one. This one is the one that's a little bit more advanced for those fine motor and visual motor skills. So I'm just going to show you one example of a rip and glue art activity that you can do. The more often you do it, the stronger you're going to build those little muscles in the hands and the fingers. And the more familiar, the more practice your child will get with those pre-writing strokes. So let's tilt you on down here. I started to draw the picture and then I realized I shouldn't do all of the drawing because that's a great opportunity for your child to practice those pre-writing strokes. So whenever you're practicing pre-writing strokes, it's great to give an example first and then have your child follow along with whatever they are able to do. So for drawing the grass line here, I would say line over, line over. And if I was making this picture myself for whatever reason, I would draw the line and then color in. But just for the sake of more practice, I'm going to fill in this whole space with line over, line over. And then you can have your child practice, either let them have a turn with your marker or have their own marker, and see if they can make a line over. Sometimes it happens that I make a line over and the child just scribbles. And that's okay because we're working together on a project and they are engaged. So whatever it is they are able to do, I'm happy to have their help. Then we've done line over. We need some flower stems for our flowers. So then I'm going to show them line down, line down. And again, your child might scribble scrabble over here, and that is perfectly fine because you guys will still have a good time working on this activity. They're still seeing you make it the correct way, and who knows, maybe the next time their line down will look a little bit more like these scribbles, and then it will look a little bit more like these. So it's getting closer and closer. The more they practice, the better they're going to get. Just keep showing them the right way. Then once you've got your grass and your flower stems, this is where the ripping and gluing comes into play. So I think what I will do is show you a couple of different ways that you could do it. So you could either pinch and rip, pinch and rip, pinch and rip, and then make a whole big pile. Do all of your pinching and ripping first. Or you could pinch, rip, and glue. That's a little bit more steps I'm realizing as I'm doing it now, because you have to pinch, rip, glue, and then put on. That's a lot of steps. So I think what I would recommend would be ripping all of your pieces first, because that's just two steps that your child will have to remember and follow along with. Pinch and rip, pinch and rip. Sometimes it is easier if I go ahead and start the rip for the child and then hand them the paper with this little bit already ripped. Then they understand where it is that they're supposed to tear, and it's actually a little tiny bit easier to rip a paper once that's already started. So pinch and rip, pinch and rip. If your child is holding their paper with their whole fist, that is fine. If they are holding it in some other way that is different than this beautiful, mature fingertip grasp, that's fine. As they continue to practice this activity, those muscles are going to get bigger, stronger, and then they'll be more likely to use that fingertip grasp. So once you've got your whole pile of paper over here, I'm going to glue and then put on. Glue and then put on. And now I am making my somewhat abstract flower shape here. But with those 2 steps, glue and put on. Glue and put on. I'll add my last little purple flower here. Glue and put on. So you can do ripping and gluing for pretty much any picture that you would have your child color in. You could do a great big sunshine. Oops, sorry about that. A great big sunshine. You could do a car and then have your child rip and glue pieces that fill in the color of the car. The more you practice, like I said, the stronger those muscles will get in your child's hand. And it's also a good opportunity to work on those pre-writing strokes. So feel free to try this out on your own. You've got my contact information. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to get a hold of me. And I hope you enjoy this activity.